Good morning, everyone. I'm coming on this morning because I promised you that I would make it early. Here's always the first one. I would make the eggless nog, and since my vitamix is really loud, I thought I would make it first, and then I would give you the ingredients, which is there are very few ingredients. This is what it looks like. It's nice and creamy, and I'm going to pour it into my cup. And this doesn't have any egg or anything in it. You can see how creamy it is. Look at that. It's going to make quite a bit, actually. Look at that. You want it real creamy. Well, good morning. Welcome to everybody. I'm going to have extra, as you can see. Doesn't it? I'll tell you, all I did was used 2 cups of sweetened vanilla almond milk and 2 frozen bananas. Frozen bananas make it creamier than if you use fresh bananas. And then some pumpkin pie spice, a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and it tastes just like eggnog without the egg. I'm going to taste it again and let you in front of you. That does taste just like eggnog without the egg. Doesn't it look good though? Look at that. It's very, very creamy. It's actually very delicious. I can't believe how good it really tastes. I could have added an avocado to it too, a half an avocado. They said it would make it creamy as well, but it also turns it yellow. I really didn't want to do that, so I opted for the 2 bananas. Good morning, welcome. Good to see you. This is my eggless nog that I made. Oh, very, very close. Without the egg, it tastes absolutely delicious. Really, and your eggnog, when you think about it, it's got eggs in it, but it's also got alcohol in it. Well, this doesn't have any alcohol. It's just got your almond milk, 2 bananas, frozen bananas, and so a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and then you have it. And look how good that looks. Isn't that beautiful? It tastes so good. I'm going to give you the recipe. I'm going to post it up on Facebook, Erlene, like I normally do. I post a picture of it. I will post the recipe up there as well. In fact, you can write it down. All it is 2 cups of sweetened vanilla almond milk and 2 frozen bananas and 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Now, I did call for cloves, nutmeg, and the rest of that, but they said you could use pumpkin pie spice in place of it. So that's what I did. I really don't know. I don't know what's in the pumpkin pie spice. But it does taste good. It really, really does. But I'm really enjoying making things for you, And I've had a few problems the last day or so with somebody that's been harassing me and coming in my periscopes. I don't see him in here right now, but should he come in here, he's going to be dealt with because he seems to follow me. Oh, thank you. He seems to follow me wherever I go. Where I go to a periscope, he's in there. And he keeps telling me, well, if you ask me nicely, I will stop following you stop bothering you for good. I don't believe it because he comes everywhere I go. He says such vile, dead free. Oh, no. Oh, thank you. Same to you as well. That's why I'm doing this, because this is the holiday season. I know it's not for a lot of people. They don't spend the holiday. Yeah, I know. Ginger, nutmeg, and mace. Oh, yeah. Well, you're just using such a little bit of it anyway. It's only a teaspoon of it. Deborah, he has different usernames, but he'll come in. Jimmy Balls Suck is the last one he's come in with. He's also put on there My Twatter or something like that. If you see one of those 2, it's him because he's got more than one username. I cannot block him. I cannot block him at all. Every time I try to block him, it gives me an error message. I could report him in one of the periscopes I was in last night for being abusive. I did. But he comes into my periscopes and says such vile, offensive, sexual comments that they're very derogatory. He called me an old hag yesterday, and he told me to get off of periscope. I know what it's the devil. It's the devil trying to get me to stop periscope. That's what the devil doesn't want me in it. So, yeah, you have to report him because he's horrible, absolutely horrible. I did 2 scopes. Well, actually, I did 3, and he was in all 3 of them yesterday. The 3rd one, he came on my periscope, the last periscope I did just before I went off, and I was singing Sanctuary, and he made a derogatory remark about my singing, not to sing. I just ignored it, you know. But I decided I better get off when he's coming on because I wasn't going to give him the benefit of the doubt of saying anything to him. However, I'm going to nip it in the bud today. He comes on, and I'm really going to let him have it. Yeah, I think so. I think he's a miserable person. But we got to be prepared for him because I expect him to come in here. I'm hoping and praying he doesn't. But he seems to follow me wherever I go. Why he's harassing me, I have no idea. He's not threatening me per se. He doesn't have to. It's just the vile, disgusting things he says that's bad enough. Yeah, I know. That's probably what he does. I know it's not right. Yeah, I do. I report him as much as I can. He comes in here while I'm still on here. I will just ignore him because I know he's going to say some vile, disgusting things. So I'll just ignore him. We have to. You know, he wants attention. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you so much. Now, I did contact Periscope through direct message on Twitter. I haven't heard back from them yet, but I did contact them via direct message. So I'm hoping that they'll do something about it because I told them what's been going on. And I know they take it seriously, so we can only hope. But for those just coming on, here's my Eggless Nog. It's very, very good. Yeah, I know. Yes, it was. It was. He threatened me. Exactly. The enemy does attack. And I know what it is. Satan is using him because Satan does not like the fact I come on these periscopes and I give a prophetic message. He doesn't like it. He hates it. Yeah, I hope they do too because I know Periscope takes things like this very, very seriously. And Leslie Nance had somebody come in her Periscope the other day. I was in there when this happened. He got blocked. This person had got blocked. And he came back with another username and told her, because she is a 5-year cancer survivor. He came back with a very bad comment saying, well, I hope your cancer comes back for blocking me. He got blocked again. So he made another username up and he came back in again 3 or 4 times. Finally, I guess he direct messaged her on Twitter. Well, she reported it to Periscope, and Periscope has got the authorities working on it. So you can see that they take this very seriously. Yes, it was terrible. I mean, that was absolutely terrible. I kept reporting the dude, and he kept coming in and getting blocked because she has a gal that blocks for her, goes on her Go-To Kitchen's website and blocks for her because she doesn't always see everything, so she takes care of it for her. And she kept blocking him 3 or 4 times, and he just kept coming in saying the same thing, and I'm thinking, that's abusive, man. You can't do that. You know, it's really abuse, but yeah, I know he does. He wants to hurt me. Oh, you know, and you know something? I don't intend to quit Periscope because of what he's doing. Sure, it bothers me a little bit, but I'm not going to quit Periscope because that's exactly what he wants me to do. He wants me to leave Periscope because he doesn't want me telling anybody the truth. And I don't intend to leave Periscope. I'm going to stay and do what I need to do and get the message out. And I just hope and pray that the message gets out to people. You know, that's what I'm here for. Hi, good morning, Mark. Here's my Eggless Nog. And yeah, I intend to. I know that Stacy Klein had left Periscope for that very reason, but she did come back. You know, it upset her so bad that she had problems with somebody bothering her too. But I don't know if it's the same person that bothered her that's bothering me. I have no idea. But anyway, I mean, he came on the very first time he came on my Periscope last week. It was Karen's worst nightmare. Now he's changed his username again. Yeah, I know. That's exactly. I agree with you 100%, Earlene. Who cares what the devil wants? Oh, and I did talk to my ex-husband because he calls me every day. You know, and those that came to my Periscope yesterday, I did promise that I was going to talk to him about what he's doing wrong. I did tell him that he's in spiritual Babylon. He needs to come out. He didn't say a word. He had nothing to say. The thing of it is, he can't block him. Canamix they Periscope out of Mexico. They rescue animals. They rescue dogs and cats, you know, and spay and neuter them. I'm a follower on there, and I'm also a super fan. He comes in there and makes derogatory remarks. The moderators in there have tried to block him several times. You cannot block him for some reason. When you try to block him, you get an error message. Um, well, there isn't anything that our son can do about it. He has told his dad what is wrong, that he cannot do it. And I actually hadn't told him before, but I told him this morning. I says, actually, you're not supposed to have a girlfriend or get married. That is totally wrong. I told him, I says, this is what I told him. I says, you are in spiritual Babylon. You must come out of it or you're going to receive the plagues. But, yeah, he does love his dad, and his dad loves him. But he's very receptive to what our son says. However, this time he's not. He's throwing everything away because he's going to our son's tonight instead of tomorrow to avoid seeing me because of her. Because I told him that I did not want her around. I won't be there if she's there. Well, my son says he's not going to allow her there. You know, if he's got to bring her down, it's got to be when I'm not there. That's what I told him. That is what I told him. But you know what you know what he said? He says nothing. He knows he's been caught. Oh, who cares if you like beer? This is not a beer scope. This is eggnog. Get him out of here. That's alcohol. We don't need that person in here. But, you know, we have to do what we have to do. And I don't like to hurt him. I says, I'm not doing this to hurt you. I'm doing this because I want you saved. And I says, if I didn't care about your salvation, I wouldn't say anything to you. You know. So I'm hoping and praying that my telling him that will get him to thinking that maybe I am right. I think he knows I am, but he just doesn't know how to take it too well. You know, he doesn't have anything to say because he realizes that, you know, I'm telling the truth. He is that way. Yes, it does. I told him, I says, doing what you're doing has hurt me terribly. He's also told our son that there's no feelings between the two of us. I told him, I says, I know that you don't love me, and I says, that does hurt. I says, that you don't care anything about me, and I says, that does hurt, but I can't do anything about that. No, you know, I'm not really jealous at all. I'm not jealous at all because you know something? I know that what I'm doing is the right thing. I plan on staying single. I'm not going to go and look for anybody else. I don't need anybody else. Yeah, I know. It does. He doesn't care. That's the problem. He doesn't care if he breaks my heart or not. But he understands now, I think. Yeah, it is. It is sad, but you know, it is what it is. It's what our son said. That's right. I'm not jealous. I'm heartbroken more than anything. I'm not jealous of him at all. I have nothing to be jealous of him of. Oh, there he is. Well, you know something? You can stop coming in my Periscope all you want. You better leave me alone right now, because if you don't leave me alone, you are going to be reported to Periscope. You're going to be banned from Periscope. I am tired of you coming in here and following me and harassing me. Harassing has gone on long enough. You asked me kindly, nicely to leave me alone. I'm asking you nicely. Please leave me alone. Don't ever come back in my Periscopes. I do not want you in any other Periscopes because they do not want you in there, and I do not want you in here. If you come back in here again, I'm going to do something about it, because you are nothing but a sick, perverted person. You get your jollies off making fun of other people. I did see one of them. He said something very derogatory that got reported. He's only said it once, but he told me last night that if I tell him nicely, he's going to leave me alone for good. I don't believe it, but I'm telling him, yeah, you know. I knew he would come in here. He came in here with a different username this time. He threw me off. I didn't know it was him, but it's him. You might have him blocked, but you know something? God will deal with him in the end. That's all I can say. He can continue to make these derogatory remarks and call me names, which can be hurtful, but you know I'm letting it roll right off my back. I don't deserve what I'm getting from him. I have not done anything to him to be harassed like this. Why he's doing it, I don't know. He won't say. I'm not going to ask him because I don't want to know. All I know is it's got to stop. I am not going to take any more harassment from this person. He has done enough. It's upset me so bad. Yeah, he's going to stop eventually. He will stop because he's not going to get a rise out of me. I'm not going to reply back to him or anything. I just happened to see that comment he had in there, and I'm simply telling him that I'm not going to put up with this anymore. Enough is enough. And Periscope's going to say the same thing. Enough is enough. He doesn't realize he's going to get banned because of what he's doing. But then, you think, well, I can make it. He can make all the usernames he wants, and then won't know his new username. And the sad thing of it is, the reason you can't block him is because he only has a Twitter profile. You have to go through his Twitter profile to do anything about it. That's right. God can revenge better than we can. That's right. Yeah, he's a child trying to get attention. Every time I think he's not getting attention at home or something, so he's trying to get a reaction from us in here. The only thing I'm telling him is just to leave me alone. That's all I'm going to tell him. He could continue his harassment elsewhere. Because I'm not, I'm not going to stand for this harassment. I didn't deserve this. I don't deserve it, and I don't need it, and I don't want it. And it's sad to have Periscope like this, a beautiful, hi Zim girl, good to see you. Yeah, I think so. He's been hurt in his life, so he wants to hurt me. Yeah, you do. I do feel sorry for him. I don't want him lost. I want him saved too. I want him to be respectful to people. If he's going to come in my Periscope and be respectful, that's one thing. But to say the things he says, sexual connotations and very derogatory, I do not like. Do not like that. Yes. We have to pray for him. Dear Father in heaven, I pray that you be with this one, this Periscope, that is very derogatory, very mean and vindictive, and he's nothing but harassing people. I just pray, Lord, that your Holy Spirit will convict his heart to realize that what he's doing is wrong. He needs your help, Lord. He's a sick person that is trying to get attention, but it's negative attention. So I pray, Lord, that you deal with him any way that you can, and help me to deal with him too, Lord, and help the people in here to deal with him, so that we can nip this in the bud and it doesn't happen again. Now go with me throughout this day. In Jesus' name, amen. But those just coming on, I want you to see my eggless dog. It's just got a few ingredients in it, and I can't believe the ingredients it has in it. And it tastes just like regular eggnog, without the eggs and without the. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Welcome. Oh, you're going to make it today? Oh, good. Oh, Merry Christmas to you too. Yes, it's eggless nog. That's what I put down. I had found this last week, I think it was. And I was going to do it on Friday, but then I thought, no, I'll wait until today, since this is supposedly Christmas Eve. I'll do it today. You're in Missouri visiting. Oh, I'm glad you had a safe trip there, Lisa. You're there for the holiday. I'm glad you had a safe trip. I hope you get back home safely too. Because and Lisa she does Periscope too. Lisa Cult Jam. She's in here. She doesn't come into my Periscopes too often, but her and I both come from Indiana. The reason she started following me is because I'm originally from Indiana, and she lives in Columbia City, Indiana. Oh, good. Did you fly or did you drive? Oh, thank you. I keep losing weight, and like I said, there's going to be a mini me pretty soon. There's going to be such a small me. I'm going to have to put this thing on my tripod to do my vegan scopes, because you're not going to be able to see me. I'm going to be so small. I'm just thankful that I'm able to do this. I love being able to come in here. She's not any better than he is. She's not keeping the Sabbath like she's supposed to. And she doesn't talk to her dad. She's a little upset with him because of the divorce, so they don't talk. But she doesn't agree with what he's doing is right either. She says it's totally wrong. But I'm leaving it up to my son, because he's so close to our son that our son can pull more weight than she could. So, oh, thank you. Boy, I'm standing here and I'm smelling my eggless nog, and that pumpkin pie spice is really a good smell. It's making my kitchen smell really good. Oh, you will, Lisa. It's very simple to make. I'm going to post it up on Facebook. I don't know if you have a Facebook account, Lisa, or on YouTube, but I'll post this up on Facebook, the recipe. I'll also post it up on YouTube. I do for those that don't come into Periscope. I have a lot of people in here that are on Facebook, and they do go on YouTube, so I post it on there too. Yeah, I used to drink it, but the sad thing of it is, it has alcohol in it. We shouldn't be drinking alcohol. Oh, you have Facebook? Good. Well, my name is Karen Watterson on Facebook, so if you want to find me on Facebook and follow me, I will post the recipe there. No, you don't. I'm going to drink this morning. This will be my breakfast, but you can see I got some in the cup, and I still got a little bit more in my container yet, there, because it made quite a bit. And I will give everybody the recipe right now. Although I will post it on Facebook. It was 2 cups of sweetened vanilla almond milk. And I had plenty of that because that's about the only one I buy. And, well, it called for a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, cloves, cinnamon, and salt, which I did put the salt in there, but I put the pumpkin pie spice in there, a teaspoon of that instead of the cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. And it takes 1 or 2 bananas. No, it didn't. It didn't. 1 or 2 bananas makes it creamier, and they said you can use half an avocado, which will make it yellow. I didn't want to make it yellow, so I left that out. But I did have 2 frozen bananas, and I tried to cut them up, and they're like concrete after they've been in the freezer. And the reason I froze them, and I suggest people doing this, if you have bananas that are starting to turn brown, and you don't want to throw them away, just freeze them. Make sure you peel them, of course. Take the peeling off and just put them in a Ziploc bag, a freezer bag. Put them in your freezer. And then you have them and use them when you need frozen bananas. I just happened to have 2 bananas in a bag. Took them out and cut them up. They weren't easy to cut up. It was like concrete. Cut them up and then put them in here with the milk on the bottom and then the pumpkin pie spice. It's only got 3 ingredients. That's simple to make. I mean, like I said, I could have put half the avocado in there, but it would have made it yellow. And I don't know how that would have made it taste. I think it tastes good just the way it is. But as you can see, it's beautiful. It's nice and creamy. It tastes delicious without the egg and without the alcohol. Believe me, I used to buy a lot of eggnog, but until I realized what it really had in it, I'm not, I don't know. You could if you wanted to. I don't know how it would taste. If you don't like almond milk or coconut milk or anything like that, you probably could. But since I'm on plant-based and this is vegan, I decided I'm just going to use. It called for the sweetened almond milk, and I use that all the time because I put that in my cereal. So that's what I buy, and it works out really well. It's got a real good flavor to it. The bananas make it real creamy. Good morning, welcome. You've never had almond milk? I love almond milk. It's very, very good. It's healthier. It's healthier than your actual milk. When you get right down to it, your actual milk, it's pus and blood in it. It's really for calves. It's not for us to have at all. Yes, it does. I used to drink it all the time, but it's got eggs in it and it's got alcohol in it. You would like to try? Oh, please do, because it's very good. I mean, actually, if you like the taste of almonds, it's actually very good. I put it in my cereal when I eat cereal on Sabbath mornings. Oh, thank you. I made this ahead of time because my Vitamix has really got noisy. It sounds like a freight train, and you couldn't have heard me over it anyway, so I made it ahead of time and showed you what it looks like in the glass. And that's why I put it in this glass so you can see it. But it's nice and creamy. Yes, it is. And it's real healthy for you. And I use it all the time. Now, there are some recipes that call for like maybe coconut milk or rice milk and something like that. If I don't have coconut milk, I'll use the almond milk. But I use the original. I do have unsweetened original up in the cupboard that I bought the other day. Because some of the recipes call for unsweetened. So I decided I better have some on hand in case I need it. But this only has, like I said, 3 ingredients in it. And you can't go wrong. It doesn't have the eggs. It doesn't have the alcohol and eggnog. It should taste better, but yes, I do. Although mine have to be replaced because it's a lot louder than it should be. I'm going to contact them after the holidays and try to get it taken care of. But yes, I do, because it does a very good job. As you can see, it did a real good job on this. There's no lumps or anything in it. It mixed it really well. It's better than now. Blend Tech might be okay too. Now Stacy Klein has a Blend Tech. If you have a real high speed blender, that would work. They do have a high speed Ninja out there now. It might work too. But the one I had before didn't work as well. But yes, I recommend Vitamix. They're well worth the money that you pay for them. They're expensive, but they're worth the price because they do the job. The reason I have it is because it makes soup. It makes soup and heats it up in the Vitamix, and that's what I like about it. I love anything that makes soup, And none of the other ones will heat it up. Where the blades will heat it up. The longer you leave it run, the friction from the blades heats it up, and you got steam coming off the top. And on real cold days, which we're probably going to get sooner or later, next month, I'll be having soup again. I wouldn't eat soup in the summer because I'm already hot, but it tastes really good. Welcome to Periscope for the very first time. Oh, Erlene, you must be having problems at freezing up. You just have to keep going out and coming back in. But I do recommend it. Erlene's got one. Darlene's got one, and I think Chelsea just got one. You know, they're very expensive, but they're worth the money that you pay for them. Now they do have a 5-year warranty on them. So since this is still under warranty and I only got it in August, I'm going to ask for a replacement. I don't want them to fix it. I want them to replace it because I feel that I put a lot of money into it. I don't want an inferior product, you know. And it was okay at first, but I guess this brand, from what I understand, has a tendency to act like a freight train after a while. If I'd have known that, I would have got a different one. Oh, you know what I did? I didn't pay full price for it. You know what I did? I put it on payments through QVC. Put it on a payment plan. I think there's 5 or 6 payments. Yeah, I'm going to try to ask for a replacement. Now, when I called last month on it, all she was willing to do was have me send it in and they'd fix it. She says, well, I can't guarantee that when we fix it, it's not going to do the same thing again. Well, I kind of let it go then. But I thought, I got to thinking about it. I says, no, I want to replace it. And I'm going to stress that. When I call them back after the holidays, I think between Christmas and New Year's, I'm going to call and I'm going to tell them, I want a replacement. I do not want you fixing it. I want a replacement. After all, I paid good money for this, and I have a right to have a replacement. I have a right to ask for what I want. You know, I have a right to get it. I think I got a bot in here again. I could tell that's a bot. Okay, there we go. But I recommend them because they do so much. They do a lot more than any other blender will do. They're powerful. This is a 2.2 horsepower motor, I think, in it. But the canister is fine. The canister doesn't need to be replaced. However, the bottom base does need to be replaced. And that's what they're going to have to replace it. And I want a replacement. If I don't get the same color, I'm not worried about that. I just want a replacement and get a different one. Welcome back to those that have left. It must be freezing up on you. I'm sorry that it is. It's not freezing on my end. At least I can't tell if it is or not. Oh, thank you, Lisa, for the super hearts. Oh, Deborah, you were out when I'm going to try to get my Vitamix, get a replacement for it. Yeah, well, it's a 5-year warranty. I just got it in August. A 5-year warranty. Yeah, I hope it won't either, Earlene, but yeah, I don't see why I can't. I mean, I'm paying good money for this Vitamix, and if you know what I'm going to do? If they refuse to replace it, I'm going to tell them, I says, then you can take it and give me my money back. That's the way I feel about it, because I have a right to ask for a replacement. If they aren't going to replace it and just want to fix it, that's not good enough. You know, they're supposed to stand behind their product. If you watch the infomercial, that Jan on there says that they will replace it for free. See, they can tell you that they're going to fix it, but it's still broken. That's what I'm saying. You should demand a replacement. Now, I'm going to demand a replacement. That's what I'm going to tell them. I demand a replacement. I do not want it fixed. I want a replacement because I don't want it doing the same thing again. Oh, I had a Ninja, but the Ninja I had wasn't as powerful. They got a new one out there now that's more powerful. They didn't care that you demanded. Well, you know they really should have, because I'm going to tell them. I said, I got enough problem with this. I'm paying money. I'm going to tell them. I says, after all, I've got good money into it. I want it replaced. You know, that's the problem. They need to stand behind. I'm going to tell her. I says, you need to stand behind your product. They say you stand behind it, but yet you want to fix it. And like she said, well, we can fix it, but it's no guarantee it's not going to do the same thing again. That's why I want a replacement. I'm not going to take that chance. I can understand that. You kind of got a little burned out about it, you know, because of the way they treated you. Well, I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to ask for a replacement. And if they choose not to replace it, I'm going to tell them, I says, well, then you take this back and give me my money back, because I'm not going to stand for anything less than a replacement. This is not fair. I mean, it's a 5-year warranty on it, for goodness sake, you know. Oh, you now have a worthless $400 machine, you know. Yeah. It's sad, Deborah. I know they're supposed to stand behind their products better than they do. But, you know, I don't want this thing sounding like a freight train when it's got liquid in it. Even like soup, it sounds a little bit loud. Not as loud as it did with this. And I can understand it did with this because I had frozen bananas in the bottom. And it takes a little time to cut them up. And I had to use the tamper. I can understand that. But on soup, it being a little loud, it has a little bit of a hum in it, but it's not as bad. But Erlene said hers does it on carrots. So maybe it depends on what you're putting into it, the sound of it. Well, I'm hoping it's not. Yeah, you're probably right. I will, because well, it depends. I mean, they're good. They're the thing of it is, I'm talking about the Vitamix. I'm having problems with my Vitamix. It sounds like a stupid freight train most of the time. She said it's supposed to, but I know it's not, because when I first got it, it was loud, but it didn't sound like a freight train. It was quiet. But yeah, everything that you buy is a risk. It is a risk, And I took a chance on this. All I can say is, if they don't want to give me a new one, I'll tell them, take it back, give me my money back. There's a new Ninja out there that's about $250 that has programs on it for smoothies and ice creams and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be powerful, and I might try it. Oh my goodness, smoke. Mine doesn't do that. It's just the sound of it. Yeah, you're probably right, to a supervisor, yeah. The one, if you have smoke coming out of it, there's something really wrong. Mine doesn't have smoke coming out of it. Thank goodness for that. But it just sounds like a stupid freight train. It's really, 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 really loud. It sounds it sounds like a train is coming after me, But it does the job. But it shouldn't sound like a freight train. Now, she told me that it will sound like a freight train. And I thought, well, it didn't when I got it. It didn't sound like a freight train. Erlene's does it, because she sent me a video of hers. Hers does not sound like a freight train. Hers sounds the way it's supposed to sound. But I'm going to ask for a replacement and see how far I get. I will demand a replacement. If they don't want to give me a replacement, they'll tell me, give me my money back, because that's all I ask. It's sad that they don't want to stand behind their product. They're supposed to, but if that's a gimmick to get you to buy it, then it's not right. I know companies do that stuff to get you to buy their product, but it's a shame. But it did mix this fine. I'm glad it did that. I did have to use the tamper to kind of get down in there and get the bananas mixed up and stuff. But it's whatever you choose to get. But a high-speed blender works the best on stuff like this. There's a lot of things that you can't mix up. Now, I have used my food processor for some things that could call for a food processor, because it does a pretty good job. But stuff like this, I couldn't use the food processor. It wouldn't have mixed it up properly. It wouldn't have. It'll probably run all over the place. It'd have got all over my cupboard. So I figured I better use the Vitamix. I thought about trying the food processor, but I didn't know how it would work. It might have done okay, but then I don't know. But since I mixed it up, you can see that it's very pretty. It tastes good. It doesn't have eggs in it. It doesn't have alcohol in it, because you don't want to put that stuff in your body. And I'm plant-based. I've given up eggs, and I haven't drunk alcohol in years. I drank alcohol when I was younger. Not a lot of it, however. But when I look back on it now, I think, why did I go and do that? Why did I drink alcohol? I shouldn't have done that at all. But we know it's not good for us, So if you can be on plant-based and do it that way, that's the best way to go. And everybody coming in, this is my Eggless nog. And I'm going to post it up on Facebook. I'm going to post the video up on YouTube and show you exactly how it was made, what it has in it, and everybody can make it themselves. It's simple to make with 3 ingredients. You can't go wrong. If you want to put the avocado in it and turn it yellow, you can do that too. I particularly don't like the taste of avocado that well. I mean, I put it in salads, but or smoothies or something. But I really didn't want yellow eggnog. So it would have made it creamy, but I opted for the two bananas instead. Yeah, I know. Ooh, that's what I thought too. It had bananas and it had avocado. I think the one that I saw the video, she used both, but I didn't want to do that. No, me either. Good morning. Welcome. There's my Eggless nog. It's only got 3 ingredients in it, and I'll post it up on Facebook and I'll post it up on YouTube as to what it has in it. Simple to make. And it tastes just like eggnog without the eggs and without the alcohol, because you don't need that kind of stuff in our bodies. We shouldn't put that kind of stuff in our bodies. And I'm slowly losing weight. It's fluctuating up and down. I maybe lose a pound or maybe gain half a pound back or something. But it's staying pretty much there, and I'm glad for that, because It's been a long journey. I've had a hard time losing weight. You know, through my life, it's been an uphill battle. I lose some pounds and then I gain some. Then I lose some, then I gain some. I could never find a happy medium, and I'd wonder why. I tried to be on Slim Fast. Well, I don't recommend that at all. So, yes, I am on the right track, and I'm going to stay on the right track too. I know that that's where I need to be, and I know that God wants me to do what I'm keep doing what I'm doing, because I want to be healthy. I don't want to be sickly. No, well, I used to drink it, and why I drank it, I tried to lose weight, but I don't recommend anybody taking that stuff, because it's all processed, you know, and I know, look back on it now, it's not good. It doesn't do the job. You know, I should have been on this years ago. Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous when you think about it, but I'll never go back on that stuff. Yeah, a long time ago. When I look back on it, I can't figure out why I went that route. I should not have done that, because I don't need that. I don't need Slim Fast. I need to be on the plant-based diet that I'm on. We got somebody rushing. Yeah, that's right. It's yeah, you're right. It is a waste of money. I used to buy it. Oh my goodness, so much of it, and I could never lose weight. I never understood why. Well, it was the way I was eating. You could take that stuff, but if you're not eating properly, it's not going to help anyway. So it's best to be on a plant-based diet. So you're eating what you're supposed to eat. Stay off of your things that you're not supposed to have, like meat and eggs, milk, things like that, and you'll be a lot better off, because you'll be healthier. You know something? I don't miss any of it. I don't miss any of it. I did at first. It was very hard when I went to the store to walk past it, but now I can walk past it like nothing, and it doesn't bother me. Yeah, well, I don't do that kind of stuff in here. You're a jerk. You are a jerk. Well, I blocked that one. I blocked that. I was able to block that, and so I don't know if it was the same one come in before, but I was able to block that one. That one was terrible. Oh my goodness, we get those kind of people in here. You is right. Oh, I don't do that kind of stuff in here. Good. Well, you blocked him too. That's what we have to do. We have to block them. But I'm going to have to drink this in a bit. But, you know, we're going to get those kind of people on here. Yeah, old brother is right. I think there's one I missed earlier that I should have blocked, and I didn't. But I'm going to go back and watch the replay and block them. You know, it's sad you get those kind of people in here. You know, they got one thing on their mind and one thing only. They're sick people. They're perverts. That's very disrespectful. Actually, it's very disrespectful. But I'm not the only one that they do it to. They do it to Regina too. They do it to other ones as well. You know, and Chris, they call him a nigga, and he has to block everyone he sees on that. You know, it's very disrespectful. That, you know, there are sick people out here. We just have to pray for them, because they don't realize what they're doing. Yeah, they do it every day. Every time I have a Periscope, they come in here and say to open it up and stuff like this. I just block them. I don't have to deal with it, you know. Yeah, I think so. They're hurting, so they want everybody else to hurt too. And I think that's the problem with that one that's been following me. He's hurting, so he wants me to hurt too. See, there's another one. Goodbye. Nope. Sorry, don't do that in here. Goodbye. That got that person blocked too. Oh, right here, you can see I made some eggless nog. It's only got 3 ingredients in it. It's got almond milk in it. It's got 2 frozen bananas. And pumpkin pie spice is all it has in it. I'll post it up on Facebook. Oh, there is a channel on the... Oh, my goodness. That doesn't surprise me one bit. That doesn't surprise me one bit that there's a channel for trolls. Oh, my goodness. Oh... That's right, exactly. There's also a YouTube channel for gay people, because there's one that I follow, and I'm not going to follow him much longer. And I'm not going to go in his periscopes, because he's gay and he's married, and you know, I did watch his periscopes a while back, because he lives in London and he would show different views of London. I love that, but you know, him showing his wedding ring and stuff like that, and showing his wedding picture, that was disgusting to me. But yet you can't go in there and say anything to him, because you'll get blocked. So, you know, I just hope and pray that he finds out one of these days that he shouldn't be doing what he's doing. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, whoever said that. But We get those kind of people. He needs to. I think they should make a gay channel for Periscopers. And have their own special channel, because I don't want to see them, to tell you the truth. I don't want to see them. Have a special troll channel. All the trolls have their own special channel. Maybe they'll leave us alone. That's a good suggestion to Periscope. I'm going to suggest that to them. Make a troll channel so they can go in and do whatever they want. They need their own. They need where they can vent back and forth to each other and not come in decent people's Periscopes like Regina and Chris and mine and Simeon and things like that, and wreak havoc, because that's exactly what they're doing. They need their own special place to go. They don't need to come in here and bother us. Yeah, that's true. They sure do. And unfortunately, unfortunately, the one yesterday at church, I gave him too much attention. If I'd have left him alone, my son kind of got angry with me because I was whispering. I said, but I got somebody harassing me. But he says, Mom, don't whisper. Everybody can hear you. Wow. Well, I am growing up. How about you growing up? There, grow up. Goodbye. He tells me to grow up. Heck, I'm 69 years old. I've grown up a long time ago. Oh. See, there's that guy again. I'm not going to ask you nicely because you should be doing it in the first place. You're a jerk. You're a sick pervert person. You're a sick person. See, there's that guy. Jimmy Ballsuck, please report him for me, please. He just came on, and if you can find him, go back to that comment and report him. I cannot report him. I cannot block him. Good, because he needs to be reported. I try to block him and I can't block him. I'm not going to ask him nicely to leave me alone, because he should leave me alone without me asking. See, he's the one harassing me. You are going to leave me alone, please. You are harassing me. I don't accept this. I didn't do anything to you to be harassed like this. Please leave me alone. I don't like it. Please leave me alone. You're bothering me. It's upsetting me. Man, what a jerk. He is a terrible person. A terrible person. I figured he'd come in here. If you can report him and help me somehow. If we could all band together, and if we could band together and contact Periscope for me on my behalf, I'd appreciate it, because, yeah, we don't care what he thinks, but we need to band together and contact Periscope. Good. His chats have been limited. Good. Yeah, the trouble is, there he comes. There's another one. Can you block that one? Let's block that one right now. Let me see if I can block it. No, I can't. Block that. When you see that open my twatter, block that one immediately. That's him again. He's got another username. Oh, you good. You can block that open my twatter, because that's him again. He's got more than one username. Good. I couldn't block him. It came up too fast. Yeah, they want attention. He said he's going to leave me alone and have a nice life. Well, you know something? He leaves me alone, I will have a nice life. That's the most wonderful thing I could ever hear, is he's going to leave me alone and let me be. My goodness. You better leave me alone. I haven't asked for this. Well, shh. Oh, you can't. He's a hacker. You can't block him. No, you can't block him. Yeah, it does the same thing to me. It says an error. You can't block him. I get the red error at the top. You can't block him. He's done that on purpose, because he won't let me block him. But he follows me in every Periscope I go into, and that's sad that he has to follow me everywhere I go. Yes, please leave. Hit that X at the top and go. Don't ever come back in my Periscopes again, because you're gonna have Periscope to deal with. Get out. Now go. Yeah, you have to go to his Twitter profile. I'm going to contact them again and tell them that he's just got a Twitter profile. He needs to be reported big time. Yeah, I think he said he would leave me alone. We'll see how true that really is. He promised he'd leave me alone. He can promise everything, but I don't believe it. Because he's bothered me on other ones too. So we'll all see if he's going to leave me alone or not. I'm going to have to drink this before it gets warm on me, and I don't want it getting too warm. But I thank you all for coming in, and I do too. I'm thankful that you guys are here for me, but we should all band together to contact Periscope for that guy and get him off of there completely, because what he's doing is not right. Because if he's not harassing me, he's harassing somebody else, and it isn't fair. He should not be harassing anybody, because he's going to pick on somebody else now. Yeah, he's probably a liar too, because I don't expect him to leave me alone, because he's not that. He's not going to want to. Oh, block the Twitter. I can do that. How do I do that? Because I have I want to block him on Twitter, but how do I block him on Twitter? How do I block him on Twitter? I know it's just a Twitter profile, but how do I block him? Because it says I have to go to his Twitter profile. How can I do that? Because I don't know how to block him on Twitter. Is there any way I can stop him from coming on here through Twitter? Could somebody help me with that? Because I've never done that before. If anybody knows, please help me, because I want to get him out of here for good, and I don't want to have to deal with him, because I don't believe him. And if you know how to block him through Twitter, I would appreciate it, because I want to take care of him. And I think I'll tell Periscope that he only has a Twitter profile. He does not have a Periscope profile. So if I can block him through Twitter, I will. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, no, I can't. That's how, you found me because, well, I didn't make my Twitter private because I've got family on there. I'll have to go in there and make it private, I suppose. That could be how that guy's finding me. That's possible. He's finding me through Twitter, but there's plenty of other people to find. He doesn't have to find me. I mean, I didn't do anything to the guy, but I think he's miserable. He's hurting in some way. So, no, I haven't, and I don't know how to do that. I've never heard that term put before, but I appreciate you people trying to help me, because that would stop him. Well, I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. Please help me. If you could tell me how to do that through Twitter, I would appreciate it, because he's on that guy that's been harassing me is on through Twitter. He's not on Periscope. He's only on Twitter. No, I know. I never have. Not on Twitter. I don't know how to do it. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do it. I don't post them on Twitter. They get shared. They get shared on Twitter. Oh, that will block him. So in other words, you say I should turn my, I think in my Periscope before I first come on, I can disable that Twitter, so they can't share it on Twitter. So I'll block him that way. I mean, I share it on Twitter because I have a lot of people that, okay. I don't turn Facebook off, however. I think Facebook is very important. I guess what he says, you turn, when you first broadcast, you have Twitter, Facebook, and Periscope. You can turn your Twitter off. Oh, that's the guy that's been coming in here harassing me. Well, you can just leave me alone, please. You come in with another username, just leave me alone. Just don't, you see me on Twitter, please do not come back in here, because I will deal with you. Okay. Well, if you're not the guy that's been harassing me, I apologize, but there's been one in here harassing me, and he won't leave me alone. So I'm not have it shared with Twitter anymore. But the reason I do that is because a lot of people don't come on Periscope and they see it through Twitter. I figured that's the one. See, he's trying to get to me, and let me go blow my nose first. See, when he said he would leave me alone, he didn't mean it, because he came back with another username and bothered me again. Only he said he's trying to help me this time. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, Lisa. Well, I appreciate you telling me that, but please, do not come back in my Periscopes again. You have been an insult. You were an insult to me yesterday Christmas scope on from church. The things that you said yesterday on there were very derogatory. They were hateful. They were spiteful, and I don't do any such thing like that. And I don't appreciate what you said. Yeah, yeah. But I'm just telling him that what he said yesterday was wrong. He was really. Oh, sure you did. I'm sure you did. Yeah, sure. Well, I'll accept your apology, but please don't bother me again. Don't bother me because you've upset me. You've upset me so bad because I'm going through stress now because of it. You know, and it's almost like you don't want me on Periscope, and I have a right to be here just like anybody else. You know, but oh, you too. Thank you. You have a blessed one too. Well, God bless you too. If you are sorry, I accept your apology and God bless you. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we don't mind the haters. We get a lot of haters in here, you know. But for him to say that he's truly sorry, you know, I got to be Christian enough to accept his apology. You know, I'm not going to say I'm not going to accept his apology because that wouldn't be right. If he is truly sorry, you know, that's great. If he's not sorry, then God will deal with him on that. Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, there's sickos on there. There are sickos, but I thought that I would be kind enough just to accept his apology, you know. But I just don't want him coming back in here again. It's just not. It's not right, you know. I don't need this harassment, you know. A lot of people get it, you know. There are sickos on here, and the sad thing of it is, Periscope needs to clean up these bots and that again. Oh, you can't see his comments. So I think he left now. No, there he is. Right there he is. Yep, so you can't block him. That's the one right there. That open my twatter. You can't block him. I've tried to block him and I can't. He has to be reported. I can't, he's saying he's sorry, but whether he's truly sorry or not, I don't know. You know, only God knows if he's truly sorry. You know. Yeah. Oh, I know. It's very hurtful and painful to me to have to deal with this because I didn't expect to have to deal with this. It changes the way I feel about Periscope. However, I'm not going to stop coming in here because I think that I need to get the truth out. I'm not going to stop coming in here, but it's very hurtful to me that I have to deal with this from day in and day out. It's sad. Nobody should have to deal with the harassment from somebody that. Yeah, we have to leave it. I have to leave it in God's hands. God will take care of it. He will take care of it for sure because I can't do anything about it. Can't block him because he's got a Twitter profile. That is none of your business. I live alone. Yeah, karma's real. Karma's a bitch. You know what they say? What goes around comes around. That's exactly what it is. What goes around comes around. Karma's a bitch. You know, he's going to get it in the end. You know, God will deal with him and He will get what you know, he's dealt it out. He will get it back. He will get it back in spades. Well, no, I'm sorry. You can't apologize enough because I'm not really sure that you even mean it. You came back in here when you said you were going to leave me alone, so I don't believe that you do mean it. Because you came right back in here again when you told me that you would leave me alone for good. If you mean what you say, show that you mean it and not come back in here, please. I'm going to have to get off of here before he does any more damage. So I'm going to have to drink this before it gets too warm on me. But I do appreciate everybody coming in here, the live viewers as well as the replay viewers. And if I find something else to do later, another recipe or something, I'll come back on. But in the meantime, those of you that celebrate the holiday, I hope you have a blessed and prosperous holiday. And I'm not hating on anybody. I'm hating on the trolls in here. If you want me to hate on you, I'm not going to hate on you. I'm not that kind of person. I don't hate on anybody. My goodness. But I thank you all for coming in, the live viewers as well as the replay viewers. I hope you have a wonderful and marvelous Christmas, those that celebrate Christmas. Take care. God bless, and bye-bye.